And now, in studio, bringing his Midwest values from the Show Me State to the land of San Diego. He's a triple threat, licensed as an attorney, mortgage broker, and a top producing realtor who's crushing the competition. Here to deliver you what's happening in the trenches of the market. Your host, Michael Gaddis.
Welcome back to the Michael Gaddis Show on AM 1170. The Answer. I am your host, Michael Gaddis of FrontierLoanGroup.com. We're continuing our discussion with Melanie Rubin, the Director of Senior and Adult Programs at the Lawrence Family Jewish Community Center, the Jacobs Family Campus. And for everyone out there, the website for this is lfjcc.org. That's lfjcc.org. That's easy enough, so if you're driving in your car, you can remember that.
Stands for Lawrence Family Jewish Community Center.
You can't miss it. Can't miss it. So, Melanie, you were telling me that one of the people at your community center is in a documentary. Is that correct?
Yes, we're very excited. The KPBS came. It's going to be aired on KPBS. The filmmakers came to document seniors who are aging successfully. What does it mean to age successfully? How are some people doing it better than others? And they interviewed a whole bunch of seniors, and they filmed one of ours. So one of our members, Sharon, they filmed her swimming in our pool, they filmed her at some activities, and all of her volunteer activities as well. She has such an inspiring story because Sharon lives with a disability that she does not let get in her way of pursuing her passions.
Wow, that's quite a story. But you'll have to tune in to when is that airing?
The documentary is called Reflect. It's a series of 6 episodes. Sharon is on one of them. I believe on KPBS it starts January 12th, if I'm not mistaken. However, we're going to be screening the episode with Sharon in our theater on Monday, January 16th at 1 o'clock. So
wow.
You can come for a free screening. We just ask that people RSVP to me.
How about that? And how can people get a hold of you?
My direct line at the JCC is 858-362-1141. Or my email address is my name and my last initial, Melanie, R-M-E-L-A-N-I-E-R @lfjcc.org.
You know, one thing I've learned in my time, and I learned it, I think, from Connie, my friend in Inglewood, who's going to Machu Picchu, that age is just a number. It doesn't make any difference other than that, because I have met so many seniors who, let's say they're 69 going on 90, and then I've met seniors who are 88 going on, 65. I mean, so the topic of this KPBS is very similar to what I've encountered is, there are people who successfully age, who embrace it, and who just basically take it as another phase in their life, another chapter in their life. And they don't just sit around waiting to, as I say, to die. And so it's very inspirational to see people like this. So I will definitely be tuning into that special myself, because it sounds like something that I would really want to see. And I like seeing inspirational stories like that. So Melanie, tell me a little bit more about some of the actual activities that you have going on at the center now. Because we were talking, and one thing you wanted to reiterate to me is that, because we're talking a lot about seniors that are isolated, and probably the reason I'm talking about that is because I encounter it so much. But you're saying, and I want to make sure everyone listening understands this, that your center is open to everyone, whether you are alone or you have a loved one, if you just want to get involved with things, you want to be, have a sense of community or purpose. This is a great place to be. Is that correct?
Yes. In fact, I had mentioned earlier that there are very active seniors that come to things as well. For example, the gentleman that's riding his bike he already finished the Tour de France. I have to find out where they're going next. And swimming, and I have people who are in wheelchairs who are making incredible strides in our fitness center. They faced a stroke and now they're just working through it and trying to recover and trying to still remain active. We also have, in addition to all of our fitness classes, I was mentioning there's balance classes and aerobics and water aerobics. We have things to stimulate your mind. So we have classes in world literature and music appreciation and art classes. Art is supposed to be wonderful for the brain as well. Anything that you do that's new also helps. I also have some seniors that like to meet in the lounge to play Scrabble. There's 2 ladies who just love to play Scrabble because it stimulates their brain. They just want to continue what do they call the brain I forget what they're called, the things that they shoot off in your brain.
Oh, no, yeah, the synopsis.
Synopsis,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
We have bridge classes, we have Spanish lessons, that's another thing. If you want to learn a new language, that's a great way to keep your mind active. We have Spanish lessons, we have all kinds of programs, and a variety of interests. We figure that people have a lot of different interests, so we try to have something for everyone. Recreational, social, cultural, educational. We have a large Jewish education program, and anybody can come and attend any of these.
Well, you're listening to the Michael Gaddis Show on AM 1170, The Answer. I'm talking to my special guest, Melanie Rubin, the Director of Senior and Adult Programs at the Lawrence Family Jewish Community Center, the Jacobs Family Campus, the website lfjcc.org. That's lfjcc.org. Here's what, when you were mentioning all those classes, the one thing I want to tell all my listeners is you're never too old to learn something. And I'll give you an example. My grandmother, she's going on 85 years old. And for years, I was trying to get her to get hooked up on the internet. And she would always tell me, Michael, I'm too old, I can't learn computers, I just can't do it, I just can't handle it. And I'm like, Grandma, you don't understand, it doesn't have to be difficult. There's a way that you can learn, and you don't need to be doing sophisticated things, but you can just embrace the world of technology. So for years, I couldn't get her to do this. Finally, I got one of my aunts to give her a computer, and they went over and gave her some lessons. About 6 weeks later, I get a call from my grandmother. She goes, Michael, I got to tell you something. And I said, what? She goes, I took those computer lessons like you said. And I said, really? I said, how's it affected you? And she goes, well, I'm going to be honest with you. She goes, I don't know how I lived without it. She goes, I don't know how I lived all these years without it. She goes, you know how many years I think I've wasted sitting here when I could be connected to the internet? And it's funny because it allowed her a window to go and talk to people all over the world for her common interests. I mean, she talks to people, via these chat rooms and these little groups. She's all over the place now. I get emails from her all the time, and I'm thinking, what? See, but my grandmother was stubborn. She didn't want to listen to me. So I guess what I'm saying is that, you're never too old to learn things, and you can constantly be improving yourself and trying to be in touch. And I think you should take advantage of classes when they come up, because you never know how it's going to turn out. Like you were saying, you can learn Spanish, you can do all kinds of different things. And so, my grandma was here, she'd probably tell you all, just don't be stubborn, go out and try to learn things. So all the classes that you have over there seem to be really inspirational. So I hope, and if anybody's looking, they should go to lfjcc.org, and they should check out to see what classes are there. Now, you mentioned, Melanie, that you guys have a commercial coming up on TV, is that right?
It actually just ended. It was on NBC, and we had it on some other Cox stations prior to that, trying to help reach out to people, because we want people to know about this center. We want people to know that we're a resource and that we're open to everybody, and where we're located and how to find us and the variety of activities that we have.
Wow, that's pretty neat. So is the commercial going to air again anytime soon, or?
I don't have it in the plans right now. Don't have it in the budget otherwise.
Do you guys have it posted on your website?
I will find out if we do. We'll make sure we get it posted.
Yeah, put it on the website so all the listeners can go to lfjcc.org, and they can look at the commercial that was actually airing on the NBC station around here, because that'd be pretty neat to see.
And facebook.com/JCC San Diego also.
Oh, is it on the Facebook page?
I'll find out.
It will be. It will be. It will be. So what's the best way to get in contact with you or with the community center? Tell us a little bit about, if somebody's listening right now and says, you know what, I like Melanie, and this really sounds like a place that I want to go and check out. What do they do?
The direct phone number to our senior department is 858-362-1141. Our website is the initials of our name, Lawrence Family, lfjcc.org. Those are two great ways to get in touch with us. We have a bi-monthly newsletter called The Shofar that lists all of our senior activities for 2 months' time. It's also available on our website. You can get added to our emails. When you go to our website, it says get updates from JCC. You can type in your email address. And like you said, you're never too old to learn how to email or how to access things on the computer. I have a similar story with my grandmother. She was still emailing me before she passed away at 102.
Oh, wow.
So they're never too old. We are so proud of a wonderful program we have at the JCC where our teenagers are tutoring seniors on their devices how to do technology. A senior will come and say, I don't know how to find my email on my smartphone, or how do I sign up to get an Uber ride, Or how do I take a picture and send it? I want to show my grandchild that I can text now, and I want to show her the picture. So our seniors are meeting once a month with teenagers. The teenagers getting community service credits for it. It's through our Teen Leadership Council that we have at the JCC, and in the summer through our camp CITs, through our Camp JC, Counselors in Training program. So that's one we're really excited about. In fact, we won an award through JCCA, which is the National Association in New York, for a program that can be duplicated among other JCCs, because we all have teens and we all have seniors, so why not bring those generations together?
And who better to teach our seniors about technology than our teens? And I actually went on your website and I saw a picture of, I think you have a picture of a teen helping a senior. You know, I couldn't tell if it was on the phone or it was on the computer. But that sounds great. So, well, I want to thank Melanie Rubin, for the Director of Senior and Adult Programs at the Lawrence Family Jewish Community Center, for taking time out of her busy day to come in today and tell us about what her community center and all the senior programs that she has. So thank you so much for coming in today, Melanie.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
And again, if anyone who is interested in speaking more to Melanie, I know a lot of you have a hard time writing down the phone numbers when you're driving or whatever you might be. But all you have to do is go to lfjcc.org. That's lfjcc.org. Well, other than that, that's about it for today. I want to thank you all for listening to the Michael Gaddis Show, and I'll be back here again next Monday night at 7 p.m. talking about something related to real estate. So anyway, everyone try to stay warm because it's freezing out there. It's not freezing, guys. Anyway, you're listening to the Michael Gaddis Show on AM 1170, The Answer.